defensive line, it is all about dominance at the line of scrimmage today. Why? Because their running back has a chance to break the conference record for rushing touchdowns in a season. I have no doubt when they get into the red zone, he is going to be a focal point for this offense. They want to dominate and play some smash-mouth football to go down in the history books here today. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Johnson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of got its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. Lets it fly. Pulls it in easily enough for the first down. Finds a seam. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Fuller. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun. And the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state. And bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hits inside. It's Davidson. Turning it on. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running inside, it's Fuller. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Drives inside. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Second and long here. Sellers. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. They'll move the tight end. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick give. It's Clark. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Throwing, Sellers. Looking for the score. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on third down. Straight ahead, it's Clark. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Fourth down, Sellers. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Here's Sellers to throw. Into the end zone. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground.
Makes the grab and room to run. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Tells to run, wants to pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Look out! Out wide right, it's Davidson. Got room at the 35. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of 1. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They just keep firing. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Sellers throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Harbor. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And I think it's safe to say Lenoris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest, this is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Briles at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. Lenoris Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the pieces around him, a big year could be coming for this big young man.
Dumps it to the back. Reels it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. From the gun, it's Clark. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. To the end zone and is picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll move the wide receiver. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Throwing, Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Bolden. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Play fake, Sellers. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky, that wasn't a turnover.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Sellers through the noise, looking to take a shot. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Second and long here. Run inside. It's Davidson.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Long way to go on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Clemson calls its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hits inside. It's Fuller. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's Sellers to throw. Back's got it on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Finds his back in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, you know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Clark. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Sellers. He's going to take off. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling and...
throws it deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. fires to the big fella. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Drops back on first down. He lets one fly deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conrad.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 5 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Crimson Tide with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
Gonna let it fly. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run it. Down he goes.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Denson. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking for space, it's Davidson. Driven back. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Running it to the right. Got a little space. Could be an alley. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Trying the left side. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Looking down the middle. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Right back to it. Makes the tackle.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Here's Sellers to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and long here. He's stopped.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Hunt. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Quick give. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he avoids the sack.
Every quarterback in football at every level will see ghost. If you hit him, if you make him uncomfortable, and he knows you're coming time after time again, good things don't happen usually at the quarterback spot.
On the run, It's Davidson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. Trying to establish the run. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Sellers. Going for it all. And he tried to take the top off of the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Clark. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Rides to the back. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hands it off on the counter. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the middle. That pass is incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Just gets rid of that one.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Swamped immediately. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Swarmed under. 5-yard loss on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Clemson set up with another first down. Back to throw, it's Denson. Right side, it's Davidson.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Knocked down immediately. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Moore. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Now from inside the red zone. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
We've seen this running back make a lot of big plays catching the football, and they've got a lot of different ways to use him. That time, they're just throwing him more of a traditional running back screen, and I really like how they diversify the pass game with this guy in mind. He's a weapon, and they do a good job of being creative when it comes to distributing him the football.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Looking for the marker. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. They go play action with Sellers. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Back to pass, it's Denson. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Buys time to his left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Number 81 set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Right side, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there in that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got...
Caught, and he's got room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Sellers throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
At the 37-yard line. Good enough.